trip to come back home, see my family. And it's really profound to, you know, like as you move it forward in your own awakening journey, you're in a different place. And then to come and be around people you haven't seen in a while, it's like you're a different person. You have totally different insight. And it can be pretty, obviously it can be triggering. I know Eckhart Tolle will say, if you think you're enlightened, go and spend a weekend with your family. Because it's like it will trigger things in you in ways that other things and situations can't. But one of the things that really, really struck me is how much pain everyone is in. Not just me, with like things that are happening, moving through tumultuous energy, going through a huge awakening, and like for me, like really, really relying on, like the tools I've cultivated to stay centered, to stay fluid when things are more rocky. You've got to get more fluid, to be present to myself and to have compassion. And sometimes I felt like, well, I'm the only one really suffering here, and everyone else is so great. And it's never like that. Just people kind of pull it off. But, people snapping at each other or being defensive or being angry. And I could see it in a whole new way that I've really never seen it before, that with compassion. Like, because usually I would be so triggered by it, like, oh my God, I can't believe she just said that. Or, God, why does she always have to... And being like so triggered by what's happening that I wasn't as aware of the pain everyone around me is in. The only reason people attack us or or do the like superior thing, like, oh, well, what's wrong with you? Is because they feel inadequate or insecure, or they're in their own pain. And being, for myself, so willing to meet my own pain more deeply, more fully, more authentically, it has allowed me to have so much more compassion, of course, for myself, and so much more for everyone around me. So instead of being triggered by everything like people are saying and doing, because they're not going to say like, wow, I'm in a lot of pain, or, oh, geez, I'm really feeling a lot of fear. They're going to say, oh, why would you do that? That's just really stupid. Or they're going to say, oh, you mean to tell me that you're really da-da-da? And they'll like judge you. I was on the plane, and this woman, my little baby was on my lap. My sister was next to me to help me out. And he's kind of, my daughter was really quiet and he's not. And it's pretty challenging when I'm flying with him. So I just do the best I can. So we're getting off the plane, and this woman says to us, where are you guys connecting to? And we say, well, we're going to Boston. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, geez, she's probably hoping she's not on our flight. But no one would actually say that. And she goes, well, I'm asking because I just wanted to know if I should get earplugs. And I was like, oh my God, did she actually just say that? Like, I got so, so upset and angry, and just bewildered that someone would actually say that. Because I'm like, whoa, it's really not about you. Like, how do you think I felt? Or, yeah, I've been on 8 million flights in my life with kids, screaming. And I always just think to myself, God bless that mother, God bless that mother. And I'm like, oh, I'm so grateful. I don't have to do anything, Sometimes I actually ask that person if they need support, but usually you're not even close to them. You're just like, all right, let them just go through what they're going through. You make your own peace. And now that I'm on the plane with a child, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe someone would be so rude. And I got so angry and triggered. And I'm like, okay, let go of everything that's about. Let go of everyone's energy around me that I'm taking on. Normally this stuff doesn't really get to me, so just shake yourself off, Kim. So there was that, and then there were a couple other things that happened like that. And this stewardess, I was like, how much longer do we have on this flight? And she goes, oh, you're already asking that so early? And I'm like, oh my God, my kid is screaming. I kind of just want to pace myself and know what I'm in for here. So I just felt so pissed about all these things and what people were saying. Well, part of it is that if you're in a lower frequency, you're going to perceive everything like that. Everyone's attacking me, and everyone's so rude, and oh, how could they do this? So I already know that, so I kind of shook that off. But then I was like, no, I'm in such a low frequency. It's actually creating people being rude and creating people being inappropriate. And that was really hard. So just kind of I do these things to just rebalance my energy, get more centered. But coming home, I was really aware, there's a lot of pain. People snapping at each other or saying something and then getting really defensive. And I was more conscious than maybe ever before, so I was able to just meet it with more compassion. It was still hard, but I just wanted to share this video because, God, we are in so much intense energy and such a huge awakening, and you're gonna experience it in your own way, but you're gonna in some way be aware of this. So cultivate as much as you can, just cultivate compassion. You have to meet yourself in your own pain. Because I know in the past it was like, oh, well, why is she being like that? Or, oh, I can't believe she just said this. Or like we'd get triggered by that person being triggered or by that person lashing out. And don't let that happen. Let it assist your awakening. Let it invite you to be in greater compassion, because I realize, like, yeah, that's my pain. When I get mad, someone said something, or when I feel defensive or whatever, it's like that's exact same things I've done. And as I'm moving beyond it and beyond it more and more, I can be more conscious of it in others. But then if I judge it, it just brings me right back into that lower frequency. If I see it in others and have compassion, it can allow me to come, higher and higher in my own ascension and awakening. Anyway, so that's my piece of what's going on here. So I just want to share, that insight and the compassion I have always for everyone in the community, sharing so many different kinds of things. It's everywhere, and it is so up to us as highly sensitive people or empaths or just people who in some way are called to this kind of work of awakening to bring that. And you can only bring it here. You can only bring it to you. It's not for anyone else. It will be for everyone else when you fill yourself with your own compassion and love. All right, so lots of love to all of you. Looking forward to connecting and hearing your comments. And I'm at drkimd.com. If you want to make sure you're subscribed, definitely subscribe on YouTube and stay tuned. I'll be sharing more. There's a little bell on YouTube, so if you want to be alerted when I share a new video, it will alert you if you click that bell. I'll stay connected over the summer and keep sharing the love. Bye.